You've felt it, haven't you? That strange, almost involuntary chuckle that bubbles up when you absolutely shouldn't be laughing. A moment of profound awkwardness, a tension-filled silence, a small mishap that's more embarrassing than amusing. Sometimes even the news of a minor tragedy can trigger a nervous giggle. It's a deeply unsettling experience, a kind of betrayal from your own body. Why does this happen? Why do we laugh at things that by all rational accounts are not funny at all? The answer isn't as simple as nerves. It delves deep into our evolutionary wiring, revealing a surprising ancient mechanism still at play. We tend to associate laughter with joy, with humor, with shared amusement. And most of the time that's absolutely true. Laughter is a social glue, a powerful signal that says, I understand, I agree, I'm safe with you. But then there are these other laughs, the ones that feel wrong, the ones that make you cringe even as they escape your lips. These aren't just polite social rituals gone awry, they're a window into a different, more primal function of laughter, one that has little to do with ha-ha funny. Think about it. The awkward silence after a bad joke, the moment someone trips and everyone holds their breath, or the sheer horror of a public speaking blunder. These are moments thick with social tension. Our bodies are incredibly sensitive to these shifts in the social atmosphere. When that tension reaches a peak, when the discomfort becomes almost unbearable, sometimes the only thing that can break it is laughter. But why? What exactly is happening in our brains and bodies at that precise moment? Neuroscience offers a fascinating clue. When we're under stress or experiencing high social anxiety, our amygdala, the brain's alarm bell, is on high alert. Our sympathetic nervous system kicks into gear, preparing us for fight or flight. Our heart rate rises, palms sweat, and muscles tense. Laughter in these moments acts almost like a circuit breaker. It's a sudden physical release of this pent-up physiological energy. It's less about amusement and more about discharge. Consider the nervous laugh. It's a classic example. You're in a high-stakes situation, perhaps an interview or a difficult conversation. The pressure is immense. And then a tiny, inappropriate giggle escapes. It's not because you find the situation funny. It's because your body is trying to self-regulate. It's attempting to release the excess energy of anxiety, to restore some semblance of equilibrium, even if the timing is spectacularly ill-chosen. This isn't a new phenomenon. Humans have been laughing at inappropriate times for millennia. Think of soldiers finding morbid humor on the battlefield, or people cracking dark jokes in the face of immense suffering. This gallows humor isn't a sign of callousness. It's a testament to the human spirit's need to cope, to find a release valve when confronted with the unbearable. It's a mechanism to regain a sense of control, however fleeting. But this explanation that it's just stress release feels incomplete, doesn't it? It explains the physiological urge, but it doesn't quite capture the social dimension of these awkward laughs. Why do we sometimes laugh with others at something deeply uncomfortable? Why does that shared, almost guilty chuckle sometimes make things even worse, and sometimes, strangely, better? To truly understand this, we have to go back to our earliest ancestors. In a world full of dangers, predators, rival tribes, the harsh elements, safety was found in numbers. Group cohesion was paramount. Anything that threatened that cohesion, anything that created uncertainty or conflict within the group, was a potential threat to survival. And laughter played a crucial, often subtle role in navigating these social minefields. Imagine a moment of social discord in a primal group. Perhaps a hunt went wrong, blame is being subtly assigned, or there's a minor dispute over resources. These are low-level threats to group harmony. A sudden, unexpected sound, like a short laugh, could quickly diffuse this. It signals no threat, I'm not aggressive, let's reset. It's a signal of non-hostility, a way to prevent a minor friction from escalating into full-blown conflict. This goes beyond mere stress relief. It's a form of social self-protection. When you laugh inappropriately, especially when you're the one in an awkward situation, it can be a way to disarm the situation, to signal to others that you recognize the discomfort and are trying to alleviate it. It's a plea almost. I know this is awkward, but let's not make it worse. Laughter, in this context, becomes a compliance signal. It acknowledges a broken social norm without explicitly stating it. If someone tells a terribly inappropriate joke and you let out a nervous chuckle, you're not necessarily endorsing the joke. You might be signaling, "I'm aware this is off limits, but I'm choosing not to create a scene." You're playing along for the sake of group harmony, even if it feels deeply uncomfortable. So, these unfunny laughs are a complex interplay of internal physiological release and external social signaling. But here's the truly strange part, the aspect that takes this beyond simple coping mechanisms. Sometimes we laugh at things that aren't just unfunny, but downright disturbing, even horrifying. Why would our ancient protective brain revert to such a counterintuitive response? Think about dark humor, or the way some people react to news of a tragedy. It's not that they find the tragedy funny, far from it. This type of laughter hints at something deeper, a mechanism to process information that is too overwhelming, too shocking, or too contrary to our expectations of how the world should work. It's a way our brain tries to make sense of the senseless. One theory, known as benign violation theory, suggests that humor arises when something is perceived as a violation. It's threatening, unsettling, or wrong. But also simultaneously benign. It's not actually harmful, or we're safe from it. A tickle, for instance, is a benign violation. It's a physical assault that isn't actually harmful. The surprise of a punchline is a benign violation. It breaks expectations, but resolves harmlessly. But what about the truly unbenign violations? The deeply disturbing things? Here's where the theory stretches. When faced with something truly horrifying, something that shatters our worldview, our brain struggles to categorize it. It's such a profound violation that it scrambles our normal emotional responses. Laughter, in this extreme context, can be a sign of cognitive dissonance, a short-circuiting of our usual emotional circuits. It's as if our brain, confronted with something utterly incomprehensible or terrifying, doesn't have an immediate, appropriate emotional category for it. So it defaults to a powerful, primal release mechanism, laughter. It's a way of saying, "This doesn't fit. This is too much. I don't know how to process this." It's an internal scream expressed as a laugh, a desperate attempt to restore some mental order. So those awkward, uncomfortable, even disturbing laughs aren't random glitches. They are profound signals, echoes from deep within our evolutionary past. They tell us about our need for social cohesion, our physiological response to stress, and our brain's desperate attempts to grapple with the incomprehensible. The next time you find yourself laughing at something you absolutely shouldn't, don't immediately judge yourself. Instead, pause. Recognize that your body and mind are working overtime, trying to navigate a complex social landscape, trying to release tension, or trying to process a profound violation of your expectations. It's a testament to the incredible, sometimes messy, resilience of the human psyche. These laughs are not just random outbursts. They are a sophisticated, if sometimes inconvenient, communication system. They communicate to ourselves and to others that we are under pressure, that we acknowledge a social misstep, or that we are struggling to make sense of a world that often defies logic and expectation.